Hello everyone, my name is Maria Camila Carvajal and today I am going to talk to you about phenomenon we are unfamiliar with, and I intend to show you the other sides of the coin. I divide my research for parts, focusing on Colombia. The parts are introduction, the economic in Colombia and the end of the year, regulation of offers, and reflection.
Hi, my name is Valentina Onilla and I'm going to start by talking about. Okay, but talk about what it is and how it originated. Thanksgiving is one of the most important holidays in the United States, and it has a strong cultural meaning as well as major economic impact. It is celebrated of the fourth Thursday of November every year, and millions of people across the country take part in family gatherings, travel, shoppings, and entertainment. Historically, Thanksgiving originated in the early 17th century, when English pilgrims and the Walpurnoach people shared harvests mean in the 1621. Although that story has been romanticized, it became a national holiday during the President Abraham Lincoln in 1863, when he declared a day of gratitude during the Civil War. Since then, the tradition has continued growing and shaping American culture. Let's talk about Thanksgiving travel. Every year, millions of Americans travel to visit their families. Many people are flying, while others are driving long distance. In fact, travel demand has been increasing over the last decades. During Thanksgiving week, airports and highways become extremely busy. Let's see, for example, more than 50 million people traveled, and transportation companies benefited from higher sales. This year, the number of travelers is going to rise, according to the predictions. The famous Black Friday. One of the most influential economic events connected to Thanksgiving is Black Friday, the day after the holiday. It marks the beginning of the Christmas shopping season, and retailers are preparing enormous discounts. Black Friday started in the 1960s, when police in Philadelphia used the term to describe the heavy traffic that happened after Thanksgiving. Over time, there were involved that became associated with massive sales. Today, consumers have been buying electronics, clothing, toys, and have goods bought online in the stores. Online shopping has increased dramatically, especially after the pandemic.
How did Black Friday originate? Black Friday has two common stories. First one, a historical origin, and second one, commercial origin. And first one, historical origin, it tells use that expression Black Friday began to be used in Philadelphia in the 1915s because the city police called the day after Thanksgiving's Black Friday because the streets were filled with shoppers and tourists who come to the Army Navy football game. And second one, a commercial origin, an expression that became famous in the 1918s, says that first for most of years histories were in the red, losing money, and booked thanks to the park in sales of Friday. They moved into the black, marking profile. With the greatest impact of Black Friday, United States, Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, and Europe.
Many Colombian consumers participate in only Black Friday sales, especially through international platforms like Amazon, eBay, Shein, and other United States-based stores. Local stores in Colombia have adopted the trend by offering Black Friday and Cyber Days promotions. These events stimulate domestic spending and attract more customers. Colombia receives Colombian and Americans and tourists who travel during Thanksgiving week because they have vacation days. This boosts the hotel, restaurant, and transport sectors.
In Colombia, there is no specific regulation for Black Friday, but there are rules governing commerce and sales. So Black Friday cannot be separated from this regulation. For example, Law 1418 of 2011. This law are Consumer Statute and Decree 735 of 2013 and Resolution 31470 of 2012, Superintendency of Industry and Commerce, and SIC anymore.
Thanksgiving also influenced world economic more broadly. Black Friday pushed retailers to import millions of items from Asia, Latin America, and Europe. Factories in China, Vietnam, Mexico, and other countries produce goods months in advance, which simulates global manufacturing. Countries around the world adopt the Black Friday concept. Sales increase in Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Middle East. This global event creates jobs, promotes consumption, and accelerates digital payment systems. The Thanksgiving and Black Friday season affects micro enterprises and large companies in different ways. Small business faces strong competition from large retailers but can benefit from niche products and online marketing. In contrast, big companies experience massive sales control supply chains and strengthen their brands thanks to their global research and results.
Okay, final reflection. Before buying, consider whether you need it. If you don't need it, it's an unnecessary expensive. Never. Thank you for your attention. Bye.